Today, and we are back with our Vancouver Canucks franchise mode. And in this one, we're going to make our first trade of the series. Um, so honestly, I guess we'll get right into it. It's not a big trade. It's really nothing too special or spectacular. So we might as well get it over with. Now, it is for Antoine Roussel. He is a 79 overall forward, who is, I think, 28 or 29 years old, getting paid $3 million for the next 2 or 3 seasons. I think it's 3 seasons. Where is he? There he is. Yeah, 79, 29, getting paid $3 million for the next three, I believe it is. Yes, all right. So he's not a bad player by any means. He just really doesn't have room or any. He just there's just no room for him on this team, unfortunately. Now the three teams I'm going to look at trading him to are interesting teams. So let's go to the first one. The first one is the Boston Bruins. Now they don't want him, but I feel like Roussel would fit right in with Boston. If you look at their forward core, they don't necessarily need a bottom six player right now, and I'm sure they'd rather not take on the cap. But I don't know. When you imagine Antoine Roussel, you kind of imagine like a physical player, a physical bottom six player, which is exactly what he is. He's a very good physical bottom six player, that's for sure. Um, but he's not, like I said, he's not a bad player. I just think he would fit in perfectly with the Bruins. So that is an option. The next team is the LA Kings. Now, the LA Kings are a little more meh, just because I don't really want to send him that way because he is still in the West. He's obviously not far from us. We will get to see him a lot, and luckily he's not that like much of an impact player. But LA could actually use a bottom six player realistically. Even for Roussel, he might even get a chance to crack the top six on this team. So that's why LA was an option. Plus, they are actually interested in Roussel. And the last team I was looking at was the Montreal Canadiens, who again are interested in them or in him. And again, I think it wouldn't be a bad shout to send him this way because uh, he's from France. So obviously, being from France, playing in Montreal, he just kind of fits in that market really. Plus, that's another physical player for Montreal that Montreal really doesn't have. But would he be able to fit into the bottom six? It's pretty questionable, really. There's not a lot of room. So, out of the three teams, I'm thinking I was leaning more towards Montreal. So I'm gonna try to do something with Montreal first, but I think they might have full contracts, meaning we might not be able to. So I just want a draft pick back. I don't expect to get anything at all from this, really. And Montreal does have 45 skaters in the org. I don't really want to take a forward back, so we're just going to give up, or bring a player back in general, I should say. So I'm just going to give up on that. Now let's go to LA. Can we get a fourth for Roussel? Will that work? Trade rejected, really. I mean, I know Roussel's not on a great contract and he's not a great player, but really, not even a fourth? Can I get a fifth for him? No. Oh god, I might not even be able to get rid of Roussel. Can we try a sixth? A sixth for Antoine Roussel? Again, no. Oh no. The fact that they want to give up these picks and they want Roussel and I still can't get it for a seventh? Wow, even for a seventh, that won't go through. I'm really going to have to give up a draft pick here. We don't have our first this year, so I'm going to try and not give up any draft picks if I don't have to. Let's see, what about goaltending? Do we have any goalie prospects? Not really. I'm not getting rid of DiPietro. And then Backman and McIntyre are not prospects. What about defensemen? Let's sort it by league. You can look for unsigned or CHL players. Again, nothing really that can help us out in any way defensively, so let's go to forwards then. We do have some unsigned players here. Thinking about maybe Carlson, being 55 overall at 19 years old. It is Linus, yeah, it is Linus Carlson. Sure. Can we add him into this? Will that entice this to go through? Yeah. I probably could have got a better pick for that, but whatever. It's fine. It's really fine. It's not really gonna matter that much. So everything is set up correctly now, I believe. I also decided to hop out of the sim and start a new one, just so I can actually add the players I forgot to add to their teams. So let's go look at that. So Jake Gardner is now on the Hurricanes. Riley Sheahan is on the Edmonton Oilers, and Joe Thornton is back on the Sharks. So let's look at this D-core. Such a good D-core, man. Jacob Slavin, Dougie Hamilton, Justin Falk, and Jake Gardner. It's a very good top four. That's a really good top four. Plus they have Brett Pesce and TVR as well. Let's go to Edmonton and check out the forward core. Let's see where Riley Sheahan is their fourth line center right now. And then we'll go to San Jose to see Jumbo Joe. Where is he? He's on the second line. Right, wow, that is not what I would want my top six to be. I would do Hurdle, Couture, Meyer probably, then LeBanc, Thornton, and Kane. Still, that's a pretty good top six. It's an underrated top six, to be fair. So I believe that was it. It was just those three players I had to change and move around. So I didn't sim the first game. Like I did in the last episode, but I did the preseason. My God, the preseason was wonderful for us. We went 7-0. It was pretty crazy, actually. We won against the Sharks, then we won against the Kings, then the Flames, and then the Oilers, and then the Knights, then the Ducks, and then the Coyotes. I almost said Yotes for some reason. That just didn't sound right. But yeah, so that is everything we had to do now. So I'll show you guys the lines, I guess. I did these off screen, so this is what the lines are going to look like for this season. Well, at least for now. We're going to try it like this. We're going to see what it's like. As for the defense, there it is. So we'll see what it's like. Special teams, I guess we'll look at as well. So the power play is going to be like that. 4-man, then the penalty kill, and then the 3-man. I'm sure that's all you guys really care about. And then as for the goaltending, has not changed. It is still Markstrom and Demko. Let's look at the AHL. We've got DiPietro and Zane McIntyre as the goalies down there. And then there's a look at our forward core. And for the defense, there's a look at our defense. All right. So pretty good teams, or pretty decent teams, I should say, on both ends. Our AHL team is pretty damn strong. As for the NHL team, it's not phenomenal, but it could be worse. So I'm pretty excited to see how everything goes. Let's go and start this first game sim, because I want to do this again. So since I basically got rid of it, since I completely started over this first part of the series, I guess. So let's go. Game number 1 against the Edmonton Oilers in Edmonton. Elias Pettersson and Brock Besser are the first two to score, literally a minute apart from each other, but they are the first two to score in this franchise mode. Pettersson, that's awesome. Pettersson's the first player to score in this series, and then we'll slow sim the third, I guess. James Neal scores, and Leon Draisaitl scores, 9 seconds apart from each other. Nice. While we sim this, I'm going to take a drink of water because my throat is really dry. Also, they caught up in shots really quickly. We had a 5-on-3 power play, and we are now ahead in shots by a lot. Again, another power play. 40 shots on the night for Vancouver. Looking pretty hot so far. It is a 2-2 game. We will slow sim the overtime period. I don't really want to go in. Let's see if there is a winner in overtime. There is not. All right, let's go into the shootout then, because why not? You can take a look at our team stats. 87 overall offense, 87 overall defense, and 84 overall goaltending, which isn't too bad in all honesty. We will hop in and we will watch we'll watch the computers go at it in the shootout. I'm gonna have to change it because I am not gonna be the one playing because that's kind of unfair. But let's switch this real quick. Is this gonna count as Pettersson's shot? It might, but I don't want to. I don't want to be of influence in any way. So let's back out. There we go. We'll watch the computers go at it now. Will this count as Pettersson's shot? No. Okay, we're good. Elias Pettersson skating in on who's the goalie? Mike Smith right now. He almost had a goal on the short side there. McDavid now coming in on Markstrom. Didn't really do anything with it, unfortunately. Well, unfortunately for him, it is McDavid after all. Brock Besser now, who's second in the line. Again, doing nothing. Literally, absolutely nothing. Could have done a Forsberg there to go far side. Draisaitl coming in on Markstrom. He actually made a little bit of a move. But again, another save by Markstrom. And now for Horvat coming in. Came in far. Ooh, almost tucked it in on the short side there. Unfortunately, it wasn't enough for him, though. Nugent Hopkins with the game on a stick, and he scores it. What a move by Nuge. Alright, well, unfortunately, I believe just like in the last episode, we lost our first game of the season. Nothing you can really do about that, though, unfortunately. So, on the agenda for the rest of the episode, I don't really have much planned, but I don't really need to do anything. You guys have seen the team. I've done the coaching. I've done the scouting. So everything is set up. We really are just going to start simulating now. We traded Roussel. We have the rosters the way we want them to be right now. Everything is ready to go, really. So let's head on in. We'll start the sim. Not a great start by any means. We are currently 0-5. There's our first win of the season. Took us 6 games. The second and third game of the season, we got outscored 18-5. That is awful. And in our first 10, we went 3-5-2, which is not a good record at all. And after the month of October, we went 5-5-2. Which really is horrendous. Elias Pettersson so far leading the way in points, but still, that is just not good at all. We are tied for bottom of the division, aren't worse in the league. Oh my god, the Senators are 0-11. Oh my lord. Wow, okay. Oh man, wow. The Atlantic sucks so far. The Canadians are 4-9, and the Senators are 0-11. That's crazy, man. I've never seen an 0-11 start. That's unreal. Wow, that's crazy. We'll sim up to December now. We'll just do month by month for now. I don't think I'll probably go back or go past the trade block this year. I might. We'll see. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do yet, to be honest. So far, we picked it up. We haven't really lost that many games as of recently, or if we are, we're getting points for them at least. We are actually on a pretty big point streak right now. We really have turned it around. 11-5-4 to make that 12-5-4 with another point, even though it was a loss, and another win. We are on a gigantic point streak. Wow, the month of November treated us pretty nicely. We're now on a 3-game losing streak. I guess I shouldn't have said anything. But wow, we went on a big point streak there. Let's take a look at that, actually. We went on a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15-game point streak through the tail end of October and through basically the entire month of November. And we also end November with a win against the Oilers. So we now have a record of 14-8-5. Our team went off that month. Bo Horvat currently leading the way in the point category. 21 points in 27 games, not too bad. We are in a wild card spot right now as well. Let's go look at the Senators. Senators have picked it up. They went from 0-11 to 17-3. So they at least have a point now. That's nice. Let's go and take a look at our team right now to see what the point totals are looking like. So 12 for Furland, only 16 for Pettersson, and only 12 for Besser. Well, that's not good at all. We might have to change that. I might have to put Miller on the top line, which is something I obviously probably should have done, but I was really thinking about not having Miller on the top line just to really even out the top six, but maybe I really just need to stack our first line with Miller, Pettersson, and Besser. Yeah, because Horvat's doing good on the second line. Berchi's doing good as well, but Berchi's got more points than Besser. Like, it's just not very good yet so far, so we really need to figure something out there. For bottom six, we've got 6 points from Pearson, 10 points from Beagle, and 7 points from Virtanen. On the fourth line, 3 points from Eriksson, 7 points for Sutter, right, and 8 points for Levo. Not a single person on the forward core. Oh, actually, never mind. Oh, wow, the top line has been doing off. The top six really hasn't been doing good. They're all negative, but the bottom six is playing tremendously, apparently. Top pair of Edler and Tanev, they've got a combined 13 points. They obviously are not first pair material, so they're going to be minus players. The second pair, though, Tyler Myers with 16 points, leading the way for defensemen in points, with Stetcher, who has 6. Quinn Hughes so far has 6 on the bottom pair, with Jordy Ben, who has 4. All right. Not too bad. I haven't seen any growth yet. As for the goaltending, Thatcher Demko is struggling as a backup. Jacob Markstrom is playing very, very good as a starter. Well, that's good. I'm glad we don't have to rely and depend on Demko right now, because clearly that's not working too well for him. But we'll continue on for another month. We'll sim to the New Year's, to 2020, and we'll see how it goes. Maybe we can continue our big I was gonna say our big point streak, but we aren't really on our big point streak anymore. So maybe we can make another one to see how we do. You know, we're not, like I said, we're not doing too bad. We're coming up on 20 wins. Sammy Vatanen for 2 seconds. I'd rather not give up 2 seconds. Plus, Vatanen's on the last year of his deal. If I really want him, I might be able to get him in free agency this year. So I'm really not too worried about that. So far, this has been a pretty good month as well. We do have over 20 wins now. We kept it pretty even, you know, with a couple more wins than losses, but we did have some losses in there. So your Vancouver Canucks are currently 22-13-5. Horvat's still leading the way in points. We are now third in the division, though. We aren't even in the wildcard spot. We are 4 points behind the Oilers, who is in a playoff spot. But we also have 2 games in hand, so that's really useful as well. Let's take a look around the league. So the bottom of our division, it's the Flames with 33 points. The Avs are at the bottom in the Central with 35. The Canadians are now at the bottom in the Atlantic with 27, and the Blue Jackets have 33. Who knows? Maybe if we had traded Antoine Roussel to the Canadians, they'd be in first. Oh man, how are the Kings doing? They are 42 points, so you know they're not doing too hot either. But let's go and take a look at our entire team. Bo Horvat is now up to an 87. So Horvat 28 points. Pettersson picked it up. Miller kind of picked it up as well. So that top line is now picked up. All right. Well, that's good to see. I guess that just is a better top line like that for some reason. Although in 13 games, Horvat only had 7 points now when he's with Berchi and Furland. But I don't know. I think this actually might be it. I think this might be working better. As for what did I want to check? What did I want to do? I don't remember. Oh yes, Myers, 22 points right now. You know, I know he's an 83 overall, but at this rate, he's on pace for almost 50 points. And, 50 points for a $6 million defenseman isn't too bad. I don't think that's a bad contract. So hopefully he can keep that pace up. Let's see. Where is Quinn Hughes? Quinn Hughes just hit double digits in points. All right, not too bad. He's still a -3. He's yet to take a penalty in the NHL, though. I do want to check goals to see likely 20 goal scorers. Probably for sure Horvat, Pedersen, and Besser. Maybe Berchi. Looks like the 20 goal scorers so far. And how about the goalies? Markstrom's stats went down. Demko's went up. All right, so Markstrom's still above league average. They're definitely not tremendous anymore like they were. Well, definitely not good like they were after the first 2 months, but that's bound to happen. Not every goalie's going to have the same save percentage throughout the entire season. So again, our team is looking pretty solid right now. Let's get ready to sim the next month. Actually, I'm not even going to sim the month. I'm going to sim to the week before the deadline, and we'll see. We might get some trades in here. Yeah, speaking of, there we go. Eric Halla and TVR for 2 seconds again. I don't want to give up on 2 of our seconds, especially because the second that we have this year is our highest draft pick right now, which, to be fair, it looks like it... Ooh. Oh, wow. That's a pretty big trade. 2 seconds for Jordan Eberle, who is making less money than what he was last season, who is on the block, who is an 84 overall. That's tempting. I might come back to that, he's not on an awful contract. I might come back to that, but we got to think about the repercussions of taking on any bigger contracts right now. Like Brock Nelson's contract is not a good contract. In real life, personally, I think he probably is worth close to $6 million. I'd say more around the $5 million mark. But in this game, he's an 82 overall. I don't think he's an 82 overall. I think he's at least an 83. But even then, I don't think that's a trade that's worth it. That's taken on a big cap hit that I really don't need. Again, Jordan Eberle, they enticed it a little bit. It put it in a 5th instead of a 7th, but yeah, I don't know. We'll keep moving on. Riley Smith. Again, not that great of a player. I believe he's an 83 or an 84 overall for a pretty high cap hit, which, again, I don't want to take on because of some of the players we're going to have to sign in the next coming years. Again, Brock Nelson, no thank you. It's just not worth it. Let's move on, though. We're coming up to the deadline. And we're almost there. New Jersey have traded to New Jersey is a first in next year's draft, Maxim Shushko, and a 6th in exchange for Sammy Vatanen. Wow. Philadelphia really gave up a lot there. First, a prospect, and a late draft pick for a 83 overall defenseman. I mean, sure. Timothy Liljegren and Rasmus... Oh my god. What the hell? Timothy Liljegren and Rasmus Sandin for Taylor Hall. What? Oh my god, Taylor Hall. Oh my god, New Jersey, what are you doing? I mean, you got good defensemen now, that's for sure, but oh my god. That's an unreal trade. That is a humongous trade. Wow. New Jersey must not be doing too hot this year. I'm going to check out their teams. Their top line is now Wayne Simmons, Nico Hischier, and Kyle Palmieri. Second line of Jesper Bratt, Jack Hughes, and Miles Wood. Wow, it looks so weird not seeing Taylor Hall in that top 6, or on that top line, I should say. Defensemen now, they have Butcher, Subban, and Severson. But in the future, they'll probably have Butcher, Liljegren, Severson, Subban. That's crazy. They're going to have a a damn good top six defense. The goaltending obviously still hasn't changed. That is unreal. Toronto, man, Toronto. They're going it all in this year, getting Taylor Hall. That is fucking crazy. That is fucking crazy. Oh my god. And Taylor Hall has 43 or 49 points right now in 53 games. Um, Obviously on the last year of his deal, I'm assuming doesn't have an extension, so really they're just going all out this year. Their top line in Toronto is Taylor Hall, John Tavares, and Mitch Marner. The second line, William Nylander, Austin Matthews, and Kasperi Kapanen. The third line is Zach Hyman, Alex Kerfoot, and Andreas Johnsson. And the fourth line is Pontus Aberg, Jason Spezza, and Brian Boyle. The defense, Morgan Riley, Tyson Barrie, Travis Dermott, Jake Muzzin, Dan Girardi, and Cody Ceci. My god, they have a good team right now. And obviously in net, their starter is Freddie. Holy hell. That is crazy. A Taylor Hall trade. I don't think I've ever seen a Taylor Hall trade, except for, I can't remember precisely, but in my Vancouver series in NHL 17, I remember I got Taylor Hall at one point. I can't remember if it was through a trade or if it was through free agency, but I want to say it was a trade. Wow, Philadelphia's going all in this year as well. They just acquired Justin Falk and Eric Haula for another first, another prospect, a second, and a pretty good defenseman as well in Felipe Myers. To Columbus, Tyler Toffoli, they make their top six better, and a third. LA gets Josh Anderson, pretty good. That's a pretty good trade. They get a scoring forward that LA definitely needs to get rid of a scoring forward that hasn't really fit in there the past couple of years, or at least hasn't looked like old Tyler Toffoli. That's for sure. We also do not have a great record as much anymore. Really, they want to give us Jake Gardner now. Why is this contract 393? I made it 4.05. That's weird, but again, no, I'm not taking that on. But man, yeah, we've lost a lot of games this month. Now Derek Brassard to Nashville. Oh my God, there are some big trades going out this year. We're a week away from the deadline. But wow, absolutely crazy trades. Now, it doesn't show every trade, so I'm going to go look to see for some ones that were missed. It just shows the bigger trades. So, a small trade from Montreal and Philadelphia. Philadelphia gets Jordan Wheel back. Let's see, who else? Or is there anything else? I didn't see that. Winnipeg acquired Chris Kreider and a third for a second, Perreault, and a fifth. Interesting. I didn't see that trade, that's for sure. But okay, wow. So our team has not changed so far from this season. Let's go take a look at how everybody's doing right now. Let's go. Oh, Bo Horvat's up to an 88. Oh my God. Is he a medium elite this year? Oh, he's a high elite. Wow. Okay, I did not know that. He's actually better than Elias Pettersson right now, who's also high elite. Besser has not changed. Wow, that's crazy. So 21 goals for Horvat and Pettersson right now. Besser at 14, Berchi at 19. Tyler Myers at 32 points. Like I said, he was on pace for 50. He'll probably hit around the 40-ish mark, I would assume. Michael Ferland with 30. JT Miller with 28. Wow, Miller is not doing good for us. 28 points in 59 games on that top line. Yeah, that's a bit of a yikes, to be honest. All right. Oh, actually, I do want to go back. I want to check the goaltending. I'm really tempted to just absolutely stack our top line with Horvat, Besser, and Pettersson. Goalies aren't great. Markstrom hasn't really moved from where he was last time we checked. And Demko got worse again. But my God, Bo Horvat's an 88 now. What the hell? Do you have any idea how tempted I am to do this? Because that is a stellar top line. Absolutely unreal. The second line isn't the best. but it could work because yes, Miller can take faceoffs. I'm really tempted. I really am tempted to do that. Quinn Hughes is up to an 81. He's a top 4. Put him into the top 4 now. Stetcher, sorry, buddy, you're going down. All right, there we go. So now Quinn Hughes will be playing with Tyler Myers. Quinn Hughes has pretty decent offensive stats, right? Yeah, so they might help each other out by putting up some points. What's Quinn Hughes at right now? He's at 12 points, which isn't too bad. Rookie campaign. I mean, what can you do, really? How many? Did he have any points? He did. He did have points in the 5 games he played this past season, so he's not doing too bad. You would think he'd probably have more than that, but again, what can you do, really? So, do we want to make any trades, guys? I'm gonna leave that up to you, but we are gonna take a look at the trade block really quick. Nothing in Anaheim. Let's move on. Arizona, Charmelson. I was thinking about maybe adding a defensive piece. I mean, Charmelson's not bad. He's not on a bad contract. He's an 85 overall. That's pretty good. Realistically, he'd be our #1 defenseman right now. Yarrow Halak. I'm not really looking for a goalie. I was mainly just thinking about defensemen. That's really it. Gardner is an option, but Carolina just signed him. I don't want to take that on. Corey Crawford, he might go to free agency this year, so I'm really not going to worry about that. Pierre-Luc Dubois, Zach Werenski on the block right now. They both need to be extended this season. What the hell? I wonder if either of them, pending availability, it says that they are signed. Well, that's right now, maybe. I don't know. Let's go and check, I guess. Let's go and see. Let's go and see if they do have extensions, because they very well could. They do both have extensions. That's surprising. Werenski's getting paid. My God. I mean, they're both getting paid, but Werenski's really getting paid. Jesus Christ. They have nothing for a goaltender right now, though. So, it's a bit of a struggle over in Columbus. Let's go back down to the block and let's see some of the other teams. All right, Dallas, who's on the block? Khudobin, he's always on the block. Nothing in Detroit. Nothing I want in Edmonton. Nothing I want in Florida. Nothing I want in LA. More options to add to this team. Eric Stahl, not a bad player. Jared Spurgeon, he could go to free agency, so don't really want to try that either. Again, let's see. Pending availability, it says he's signed, so he might have an extension as well. Nothing in Montreal. Matt Barzal's on the block. Matt Barzal's on the block. Josh Bailey and Jordan Eberle are also on the block. Again, we could go for Eberle. We could go for Bailey. I would honestly rather go to Bailey, I think. He'd probably be our second line center, or depending. Oh wow, they bumped his faceoffs way down this year. Never mind, he wouldn't be our center, I guess. It's just he's cheaper than Eberle, although he is a year older. I don't think Barzal is very likely, so I'm not really gonna do that. But nothing really. Wayne Simmons, he's an 82. He is on the last year of his deal, though. I don't know why. I always imagine Wayne Simmons playing in Vancouver at some point through his career. I feel like he would. I don't know if he will, but Alex Steen's on the block is an option. Andreas Janssen, when I was looking at Toronto's team, I was really, really thinking about trying to acquire Andreas Janssen. Problem is he's 25, he's 81 overall. He probably would max out at an 82, and I think, well, he is listed as a third liner. He would be a really, really good third liner. Andreas Janssen is kind of something I want. He's not on a bad contract by any means. Like I said, he might grow another overall. I'm scared if he does grow another overall, he will be a second line forward, though. But he would be a really good third liner, who could even play power play as well. So there we go. We went through every team. Let me know if there's anyone you guys think I should try and acquire. If there's any line changes I should make. We're still third in the division. Um, it's looking like we'll stay in between the second and third position as long as we keep playing, like 50-50 throughout the later half of this season. But there we go, guys. That'll be it for this episode. Hopefully you did all enjoy. Again, let me know if there's any line changes I should make, any trades I should make. Obviously, you guys got to see the block. You can see some players out there. Andreas Janssen caught my eye. Nicholas Jarmelson caught my eye. Realistically, I mean, I could probably go for both of them. I think I might have the assets. Like. There are options. There are options out there, guys. So let me know what you think, and I'll see you all in the next one. Hopefully you all did enjoy, and goodbye, guys.